Welcome class once again to another equation screencast, and this one is on distributing. And this is something again you may have done before. A lot of this you've dabbled in. Distributing is the act of multiplying through a parenthesis by whatever's on the outside of it. That's why the learning target says I can solve equations with parentheses. So I just laid them all out here. There's three that we're going to do together, and the very first one is probably the simplest one, and we'll start there. So if you notice, this 5 on the outside of the parenthesis means 5 times all of x minus 2, and that's like 5 times x and 5 times minus 2. You have to be able to multiply through the whole thing, and that's what distributing is. Sometimes people call it the rainbow rule because it looks like little rainbows. But either way, 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10 equals 40. And at that point it just becomes a problem like problems you've had before this. So this is just a two-stepper. We're going to get rid of the 10. We want the x by itself. And then we have 5x equals 50. And the only thing left to do is divide by 5. And x equals 10. Alright, we're going to do the check. I'm going to try to put it underneath this one, but I'll then erase the check so that there's room to do the other one. So we're going to check that x equals 10. We're going to rewrite this. 5 with parentheses and everything. X minus 2 equals 40. And then still with parentheses, 10 minus 2 equals 40. And this is where people are tempted to then distribute again. But we don't need to. The only reason we needed to distribute right here is because we didn't know what x was. So now we know, and we can just say 5 times, this is 8, equals 40. And that's much simpler. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 equals 40. We're good. Alright, so we're going to do this middle one that looks crazy, but it's really not crazy, it's just more of it. So you can have to distribute more than once in a problem. That's what's happening here. We have 3 times x and 3 times negative 4, but also on this side 2 times x and 2 times 1. So we can do both of those at the same time, because they don't really interact with each other right now. 3x and negative 12, and then 2x, 2. So in this one, we have to bring back what we remember from the last two videos you did, and that would be combining like terms and variables on both sides. So let's combine first. 3x minus 12 equals 2x plus, and then this is 35. Now if you remember from variables on both sides, we said it's a lot easier if you try to cancel the smaller variable term. So we have a 3x and a 2x, and since 2x is smaller, I'm going to get rid of it by subtracting it away. So it's gone over here, but I have to subtract it from the left side also. And 3 minus 2 is just 1, so I can just leave it x. The negative 12 drops, and the 35 drops. And then I just add this 12 to get rid of it. And x equals 47. And I'm not going to check that on here. You'll have to trust me. You can check it if you want. And lastly, so this is the one that, this is where people make mistakes with distributing, and it's because of the negatives. It's always because of the negatives. So if you look, a lot of people just see the 2 when they're distributing, but really it's the sign that comes before it as well. If you noticed on this one, it was positive. This one, it's positive. This one, it's positive. Generally you don't have problems when you distribute a positive, but when you distribute a negative, like this one, you have to be really careful. So this is 4. That just drops down. And the negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Most people accidentally get that right. But then it's negative 2 times negative 8. Makes it positive 16. And usually people say, oh yeah, but then they'll forget it 3 more times, 4 more times, 10 more times before they really get it in their head. So if you're going to make a big deal of anything in your notes, it's this right here. So then we have combining like terms. These constants can be added together. 4 and 16 make 20. Drop my negative 2x down equals 26. Subtract 20. 2x is still negative. And then divide by that negative 2. And there's my answer. So I'm not giving you a third problem that you have to do, but what I want you to do is, let me get a little space here. Let's just clear off the center one. I'll use a different color too. What I want you to do is create this situation a different way. So you can make up your own expression. So I'll make one up so you can see what it's like, but don't do mine. So negative 3 parenthesis x minus 5. So that you can just practice one more time. Negative 3x plus 15. So don't do this one. Do something different. And that's what I'll be checking. Something really simple, nothing difficult. I want you to bubble the whole thing here. I want you to come up with your own tough example. All right? Good luck. I'll see you next time.